It's DJ 45. It is the All Out Show. Rude Jude, Lord Sear in the building. What's going on, Jude?
Yo, we got RZA in this bitch. What's up, RZA?
What up, yo? Bong boogle boggle.
It's been a fucking minute. We just talking off the air. It's been like 6 years since the RZA has been here, has blessed us with his presence, and you're back with a fucking awesome project, man.
What up? I took 6 years to go study, become a movie director, and now I'm back with a movie called The Man with the Iron Fist.
Did you direct this movie? You directed this movie?
Yeah, I directed it, yo.
That's fucking dope, dog. So wait, so your first this is your first like major movie, right?
Yeah, it's my first major. They call it my first directorial debut.
I was about to say that.
So you're starring and directing in your first shit?
I went in, kid. I
guess, man.
But
I guess
you know how we do. You know, I just took the talents that I had. Like I said, studied and developed myself, and just expressed it, yo. It took a long time, but bong bong, I'm here with it.
Who were some of the directors that you were like really checking out? That some of the work that you dug, that you wanted to emulate, or that you were inspired by?
For this particular film, of course, I studied John Woo and John Jarmusch, but the man that took me under his wings and mentored me was Quentin Tarantino. I became a student of his, like basically on the set of Kill Bill, and I sat there with a notebook, took mad notes, and just kept studying and kept spending a lot of time with him. And when he felt that I was ready, like the Kung Fu movie, you go to the abbot and go, teacher, am I ready? And he was like, yo, you're ready. You know what I mean? And got with another classmate, Eli Roth, and we went, got a cool screenplay together, and bong bong. You know what I mean? Here we are.
I was looking at the preview, and it looks like some Chinese shit. It reminds me of like some old school Jet Li type shit, but like it's all in English, so I think it's gonna do really well out here, man.
Well, it's definitely has the Asian background. You know, when I came into the 36 Chambers, I brought that Shaolin Wu-Tang style to music. You know what I mean? So that's one of my main influences. But this flick, kid, I don't care if you like drama, comedy, or whatever. This is a movie, kid. You're gonna, I could guarantee you personally, you go watch this joint, kid, you're gonna be like, yo, son made a good movie, yo. You're gonna walk out of here like bong boogle. How the heck did he do it?
And you did the story as well, too, huh?
Yeah, the story came from me as well. Here goes something funny. I was hanging with Snoop saw it already, right? And he interviewed me for his network, and he was like, "Yo, man, when I saw the film, nephew, he said, I didn't believe you directed it. That's how good it was. Said no disrespect to you, but he was pleased as a moviegoer. You know what I mean? And the reason why, and I, of course, I thanked him. And I was like, yeah, but the reason why I think I was able to achieve that is because I took the time to prepare and study. You know what I mean? When you study and you practice something, I don't care if you want to break a board. By years of practice, you're going to eventually break that board. You know what I mean? So I think like a martial artist. I know y'all know that about me by now.
Of course. Yeah.
And so I took that martial principle and applied it to directing. And I was able to get a great cast of people. We got Russell Crowe in the movie, Lucy Liu, Rick Yoon.
Does she look? Let me ask you something. Does she look as good in person? Because I like Lucy Liu.
Listen, kid, you know Lucy is a wonk.
She got them freckles, boy.
Those freckles and those eyes, kid.
Man.
Samantha, don't get mad. See, she's getting mad over here.
Huh? Oh, hey, you gotta like Lucy Liu. Y'all got Jamie Chung in the movie too. Y'all know Jamie Chung? Oh man,
no, who's Jamie Chung?
Oh man, kid. You're gonna melt on that one, kid. She looks like a straight up dime in this flick, yo. She's a dime anyway, but she really shines in this movie. We hooked up with such a great costume and great hairstyles. And we got a scene with her inside the tub, kid, beside this other unknown Asian actress, right?
Her name, trying to make a name for herself.
Her name. The other girl name was her name was Lulu, and she looks like a Asian Jennifer Lopez or something, right?
Yeah.
And yo, they both in the tub together, kid. And when you see that right there, kid, you know what I mean?
Man, if I was directing, I'd have been jerking off watching that shit. So.
All right, cut.
Well, you can't joke off on set, kid. You're wasting money. You're wasting sperm and money. You know what I mean? You gotta balance your act, kid.
Look like you put some
you
budget
gotta take
in that movie,
mental pictures and shit. Look at the dailies.
Yeah.
Go back and look at the dailies and handle that shit.
Yeah, exactly, the dailies.
Let me ask you something. Like, what did you pick up from? What was like some shit that you didn't think that you were gonna learn about directing that you picked up from Tarantino from watching his ass?
Well, one thing, I guess what I didn't expect was the process of editing and what you got to get rid of. You know what I mean? So it's like when you make a song. Well, I guess sometimes now that we got Pro Tools, you could edit and move people verses around and all that. But with a film, it's actually a similar process, but even deeper, because you may have to get rid of the whole verse. You know what I mean? So I didn't expect that some of my shots and some of my scenes wouldn't actually merge and make sense and work with the movie. You know what I mean? And that was something they call it. I'll share this with you. They call it killing your babies. Now, it ain't about killing no babies. Wu-Tang is for the kids, right? But making a film, sometimes you got to kill your babies, and I learned the hard way, but I did it, and it actually made the film come out greater. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if it's not moving the story along, it's got to go, no matter how sweet that shit looks, right?
Exactly.
Is that basically it?
That's basically it, bro. You got it right there, Joe.
That's it, yo. I understand. Sometimes I wish certain musicians would take that same approach when they making an album,
exactly.
Man. Like,
you know what it is? It's hard though, kid. See, the first thing, you become a fan of yourself, which is a very, very, very dangerous thing. To praise yourself. That's called vanity. You know what I mean? And I'm an MC, so I know that feeling of I got albums out. My first Bobby Digital had like 18 songs and 3 bonuses. You know what I mean? Because I was geeked out on what I was doing. You know what I mean? And artists don't really realize when it's overkill. But it exists. All you MCs out there, producers, whatever kind of art you're doing, there's a chance of overkill. And through experience, you'll learn how to edit yourself, or just shut up for a minute, kid.
Let me ask you. You was talking about Bobby Digital. Let me ask you something.
Yeah. Quietly, wait a minute.
Yo, that Bobby, did that have anything to do with ketamine? Because when I snort ketamine, that shit gets digital than a motherfucker.
What the hell is ketamine, kid? Hold on, hold on, man. You want some new junky wonky?
Bruh, yeah, man. I'm on some white people shit, man.
What's ketamine?
Fuck with me, man. It's for like baby ducks and monkeys and shit. Yeah, it's like for baby kittens.
You start fucking swinging from spines and shit?
You snort that shit, it turns into the world. Like, I look at the city, it looks like Mega Man. So I was like, I wonder does RZA get digital on this shit? I was like, does that Bobby Digital mean some other shit? But I guess not. Huh?
Hell no, I never even listen, kid. I don't like putting nothing in my nose now. I'm too kind of scornful for that, but. You said you sniffing kitty litter? What is it?
It's basically it makes animals go to sleep if you need them to chill the fuck out for a little bit.
It's like a tranquilizer type effect.
Precisely.
Okay. Well, listen, I like mushrooms. Now, I don't like to promote drugs, but mushrooms do get you a little hallucinated. You know what I mean? Yeah. Actually, I was on a tour, kid. Right? I'm in Seattle. Wu-Tang got fans everywhere. Would you believe a fan came to my tour bus? No, actually, missed me on the tour bus, caught me in the elevator, gave me a pound of mushrooms. A pound?
Yeah,
gave it to yo, Riz, I love you, kid. Always love your work. Yo, here. I'm like, what the? Yo,
that's awesome.
I gotta take this back home. I did take it home, of course. And everybody who came to my house, to my studio, left out with a nice doggy bag full of mushrooms.
Man,
I made a lot of friends.
Hey, like RZA the man. I like that.
But RZA, let's be real. Like, don't you? I'm under the fucking belief that I feel like everybody needs to hallucinate and like kind of broaden their mind. Think about where you were before you hallucinated for the first time and afterwards. Did that help you at all with your creative process or anything?
Well, I don't like to promote drugs, right? But I'll say this to you, really. I think drugs is good for meditation, not medication. But for meditation, yeah, sometimes you can induce meditation through different stimulations, artificial stimulations or natural stimulations, you know what I mean? So even when you watch some of the old, like say you watch a Shaolin monk or a yogi and they burn incense, some of those incense is made of hemp, you know what I mean? So certain things will naturally open up what they call the fifth part of your brain, the thalamus. It's also been called the Brahman's cave. And it's here in this particular part of your brain that you get this higher feeling, whether it's hallucinating, whether it's even like a higher conscious or a higher vibration of hearing music. It all happens in this fifth part of the brain, and a lot of drugs operate on that. Now, some drugs operate on your medulla oblongata, your brainstem, and it numbs your other senses. When your other senses are numbed, your brain now has the capacity to do other things. For instance, your body is moving slow and everything because the pressure of that is taken off the brain, so now your sight is better, or your hearing is better, or your taste is better, or your feeling is better. This is why ecstasy gets you going with that love zone.
Like, I
because
love
it turns off other neurons and codons and you know.
It gets all your endorphins going. And you're real excited about life and shit.
Right, and remember the endorphins come from where? From yourself, though. Now, if you keep that in mind, that the endorphins come from yourself, that means you could induce them without artificial stimulation. But you know,
you just got to jog a bunch or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. Kung Fu, they say, next to sex is the best way to stimulate your body. This is scientifically proven.
What?
Yeah.
I believe. What if you do kung fu and have sex at the same damn time?
Shit.
Oh man, that's what they call a double orgasm. Okay, that's called a menage a trois.
Like, bitch, I said I'm coming out young. Ow, nigga.
Motherfucking dig. That's what I'm gonna do.
Shit.
A little yoga, put the feet in your mouth, right?
Man, like how much karate you know, Rizza? Can you are you like a kung fu? You got what belt are you? Are you a black belt?
Check this out, kid. You know what I mean? I'm formless. There ain't no more belts for me. You know what I mean? I
live like water?
Yeah, I'm like water, kid. I'm on some Bruce Lee, kid. But I ain't trying to go back like the brother, though. But, you know what I mean? But what I want to say about martial arts, in all reality, I realized that living is a martial art. In order for me to direct this film, I have to be in a martial art mind state. You know, you're talking about a man controlling 400 people, you know, a day. Even at some points, we reached up to 700 people, according to my buddy Eli Roth when he was counting. And it's like, that's a lot of people to control. That's Captain Kirk on a big ship, you know what I mean? And you gotta have a mind of focus. And martial art is part of focus. Kung Fu, all that means is energy in motion or energy in action, you know what I mean? With the proper timing. And making a film or making a beat follows that same principle, you know what I mean? So when people say, yo, Rizzo, you know Kung Fu, all that, listen, man, anybody got like they could do a kick, punch, all that, that don't mean nothing, kid. We got Kung Fu for that, you know what I mean? But to practice that philosophy in your daily living, that's the key. And that's what most of the masters try to teach us. It's like Kung Fu ain't for beating nobody up. It's for spiritual growth. To realize, you know, that your mind operates faster than your tongue, your body, everything. The mind is the governing factor of the universe. We could go to Pluto right now, kid, but you'll still be sitting in that chair. You know what I mean? So your mind could travel there. When you look up at these stars are light years away, but yet you instantly see them.
I did that shit before. I smoked too much PCP, and I ended up on a whole nother planet with a midget.
You was on Zulo.
Yes.
I ain't go there yet.
With the motherfucking midget from Game of Thrones and shit. So I feel what you're saying.
And yo, we got a midget in my movie too, right?
I peeped that shit.
This dude, check it out though, how he got in the movie, yo.
Yeah.
He actually was just working on the set. He was like a man that worked on the set, cutting wood and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one of my producers, Eli, was like, look at this guy. This guy is cool. He works hard. He's you know, I said, yeah, but something about him too. He has a unique face. I said, you know, we should put him in a scene and throw him in a film. He's like, yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be funny. We wound up.
That'd be funny. Let's joke on this midget. He's got a crazy face. He's got a midget face.
Not that we were joking on it. It's just that he was such a unique dude, and he did his work like you know, like the Keebler elf kid. He had elf magic with him. You know what I mean?
Word.
And
we laughing with him, man. We ain't laughing.
We ain't laughing at him. He wound up supposed to be in one scene. He got like 4 or 5 scenes, kid. You know what I mean? He actually came in and was like, yo, this guy's good. He may have a whole career.
Wait a minute.
That's what's up. Hey,
was acting on the low. He's just working there trying to be cool.
Maybe, right?
That's luck. And you know what though, Rizzo? you gonna make that decision because you ain't scared money, man. You ain't scared money. You gonna look at that dude. You're gonna give somebody a chance, and that's dope, man.
And that's. I'm glad you pointed that out because that's important, yo.
So
get some hand claps on that, buddy.
Because you know, a lot of cats, they're not willing to fucking, you know, risk on a carpenter, you know what I mean? But you saw something in that motherfucker. He's like, all right, let's get it.
You want to hear something funny, yo? Would you believe that Harrison Ford was a carpenter first?
That's what they said. Yeah. That's what made me think of that. Yeah, that's what made me think of that.
I respect.
That's crazy.
Yo, one thing I learned from this business. I know we all been in the business for some years, you know. And me a little longer, maybe. You know what I mean? I'm the OG, I guess. But regardless,
yeah, been longer than us.
One thing I learned though, G, is giving a chance, man. Is hardly given. We hardly give each other chances in this business. It's a tough business, But sometimes all it takes is a chance for a man to change his life and potentially even change the world. When I first started with Wu-Tang, I remember walking around trying to get money. I went to my enemies and asked for money. You know what I mean? Because I felt I had a divine idea. But they didn't want to give me a chance. My own sister, actually, who I love, she didn't want to even invest her money. She's like, nah, I don't know about that, kid. And so, and it took me longer to get where I was supposed to have been. It took me an extra year when I could have been there earlier and maybe did something even greater. So what I strive to do is, you know what? Give a man a chance if you can. You know what I mean? It's really important, and I think our business and our world will grow and flourish more by giving chances. And even me right now as a movie director, that's because, people at the studio, some good executives recognize me as an artist and was like, yo, now he don't have a story that's like a documentary or a story that's based on a true story, or most black directors make a movie about their hood or Precious or something like that. He's making a movie about a man with a brass body, a man with a special knife, Lucy Liu, kung fu, weapons flying everywhere. But he's an artist. And they trusted me as an artist, and what they do, they gave me a chance. And I think this movie is going to help hip-hop, and help the whole movie industry, because I think it's something very special about it. I know it's something very special about it, actually.
You know what you just did, RZA? You just talked about 200 rappers into sending me links of their rap song on fucking Twitter to give them a chance.
Give them a chance. Listen, man.
Fuck them.
You better, hey, yo, homie, let me tell you something, kid. I'm speaking up for them now. Fuck that. I'm coming hard on you now, because listen, kid, we got to think like this. The DJs is what started hip-hop, kid. The DJs who would play songs in the middle of all that 80s music and all that, they'd throw on a hip-hop song and people start tuning in, kid, for new things that they never heard before. Now, your playlist is tight, kid. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, but here's the problem. These rappers ain't making nothing good, man. They making, I'm getting 500 of the same fucking song.
Well, give them a chance to throw them in the garbage, at least.
Bruh, if I give everybody a chance, that's what I'm doing all day with my time. Is chancing the fuck out of people. It's like,
you can't do that. I got you.
I need a chance.
Yeah. But
I need a chance, RZA.
Do this for me then. Do this for me. Help me out
What's
with this
that?
one.
Okay.
Just give me one a day.
All right, there it is. One a day. But don't you fucking email me, anybody.
Hey, man.
I'll do it on my own, God damn it. I'll do it on my fucking
on his own.
Let's talk about the soundtrack of this movie. Is it what? Tell me, give me a list of some of the people on here. And is this going to be in the background of the actual film? Is it going to be more of a contemporary sound driving this film?
Yeah, actually, I love when the soundtrack and the movie work hand in hand, and in this case, a lot of the songs are in the movie, or if not, the theme to the song, the beat. So we took like the score, we reorchestrated it, and we made songs out of it. But some of them will play in the background, which that's another thing that makes this movie unique from a kung fu movie, is that, you don't
got that wong dong ding dong shit.
Exactly.
You got like your shit
in the middle of a scene. You got your man Kanye West song coming on, you know what I mean? So we got Kanye West, and then we got Wiz Khalifa on the soundtrack. Mm-hmm. We got Pusha T on there. Of course, we got the Wu-Tang Clan. The entire Wu-Tang Clan made an appearance, which has been rare for us, you know what I mean? We got Corinne Bailey Ray, beautiful singer. We got the Black Keys, top rock and roll boys in the game.
Okay. We got everybody.
We got a lot of good people on here, man. As well as
you did this shit for Kill Bill, right? You did that sound. That was you.
Yes, that was my second film I worked on. My first film was a film called Ghost Dog by Jim Jarmusch.
Which I gotta be real with you, that was the slowest fucking movie. I was like, when is he gonna fight somebody, man? Like,
no, but Jim Jarmusch's movies are like that. But the beauty of that movie is what the message of the Hakakuri book and Forrest Whitaker teaching us all these different philosophies. Like right now it's raining, kid, in New York, and he'll say, don't try to dodge the rain, you're still going to get wet.
But that was like 2 hours, and he didn't whoop no one's ass either.
Well, I can show you one thing, kid. My movie is ass kicking from first frame to last. We got enough action for 3 movies in this film, kid.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, man. That shit go hard, and it's really dope that you're. And it's cool that Tarantino sees that in you, because as far as soundtracks go, Tarantino and Scorsese are the top. They're like the creme de la creme of putting of having the music help drive the fucking movie, and you did your thing on Kill Bill. So I know that you're gonna fucking murder this shit.
On this one right here, I definitely think we got something real unique in the sense of what the sounds we combining. We got to think about. I'm a big fan of Stax Records. Isaac Hayes and those brothers. And Stax Records even came on board and they gave me some of their masters. And so I was able to reorchestrate. So you'll hear some Isaac Hayes in there, but changed around.
That shit too.
Oh yeah, you gotta love Isaac Hayes and Mad Lads. And then also was we got Gangsta Gibbs on it. On the album, you know what I mean? So good to see him come out. There's some
I'm not even hip to Gangsta Gibbs. Who's Gangsta Gibbs?
You know about Freddie Gibbs?
Oh, Freddie Gibbs. I didn't know his name was Gangsta Gibbs. I just thought he was Freddie Gibbs.
Well, some call him
Freddie Gibbs.
Some call him Gangsta Gibbs. Some call him Freddie Gibbs. But all right, actually, he's
all right.
Actually, we're gonna play us. We got a song. I got a song with Method Man and Freddie Gibbs. I think we got queued up. If we could go to a song, let me give you a taste of it.
Let's jump off into that shit right now. We got RZA. He's over here talking about his new movie coming out. When does it drop, RZA?
The movie drops November 2nd in theaters everywhere, and the soundtrack will be available October 23rd. And I think we could give you a taste of it right now if the engineer's ready. Ready, pretty girl? Bong, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm ready.